hello everyone, and welcome back to another session of Make Our World Your Runway. And as you know, this show is all about the fashion, beauty, pageantry, modeling, and entertainment business. And something new that we are now adding to our show is beauty tips. And in just a couple of minutes, I'm going to bring on a fabulous guest. We're going to talk about all the new products that are coming out that are going to make your skin look absolutely fabulous for a new year. But as always, we do have a few announcements, and we are also going to do a recap today of a fabulous show that I had the distinct pleasure of hosting this past weekend for an amazing designer, and who was also a recipient of a 100 Successful Women in Business Award. But as always, we want to tell you to remember to subscribe to the Global Trade Chamber YouTube channel so that you can view all the shows from Make Our World Your Runway and Success Stories. And I do highly recommend tuning in to Success Stories produced by the Global Trade Chamber. You're highlighting stories from some of the most amazing women in the world of business and community service. And also, as you know, as I've mentioned every week on our show, Volume 2 of the 100 Most Successful Women in Business is now available on Amazon. Again, I highly recommend getting your copy today. This best-selling book highlights some of the amazing accomplishments of women in business and community service from around the world. If you are a successful woman, you will want to get your copy today. And March 2nd, the 100 Successful Women in Business will host one of the largest Women in Business Expo for International Women's Month. That's one event I am telling you, you do not want to miss. It's going to take place at the DoubleTree in Miami. And to learn more on this exciting event and how to attend, go to the website at www.100swb.com for all the details. And now on to our show. So before I introduce my guest today, we will be doing a recap and featuring pictures from a bridal fashion show that I had the distinct pleasure of hosting. And I do host this every year for designer Judith Barnes for JB Couture in connection with the Bridal Guide magazine. Now, the event took place at the Broward County Convention Center, and it featured some of the top models in South Florida, such as Miss International World, Teen International World. It was coordinated by Susmita Patel for SB Fashion Direct, with hair and makeup provided by the Tea Salon of Fort Lauderdale. Now, just to give you a little bit of information about this designer, Judith Barnes definitely is one of a kind of designer. She likes to illuminate fashion from the 40s and 50s, and she strives to have unique materials for the ultimate one-of-a-kind gown. She designs ball gowns as well as bridal gowns, and each piece is made by Judith, and what she likes to say, with her loving care. Now, like a writer, once she just starts a design, she cannot stop until finished. Fashion means a lot to Judith. It's her passion since childhood. She feels that the utmost accomplishments is when she can witness her gowns being flaunted on the runway. And also, she does a lot of great causes with the money that she makes from some of her shows, and she does charitable organizations such as Feeding the Kids, breast cancer, heart disease, and certain scholarships for the underprivileged. She was also able to get her BBA in fashion and design while working at a full-time job. Now, some of her favorite designers are Vera Wang and Coco Chanel. She says these women are blazers and famous in their own right. Her advice for any aspiring designer is to follow your dreams and work hard, since this is not an easy industry. And I might also add that Judith Barnes was also the official gown sponsor for Miss International World for 5 years in a row. She did some amazing gowns for us, designed an amazing gown for me, and we just love you, Judith, and thank you so much for always allowing me to be part of your Bridal Expo, and it was an honor and a pleasure for me to host that event again. So once again, thank you so much, Judith. We love you, and as always, you have a spot on Make Our World Your Runway. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to bring on our guest. She is the fabulous Betsy Miller. She is from Rodan and Fields, and what we like to say is that it's a new day, new year, new you. So ladies and gentlemen, let's bring her on, because we're going to talk about all the fabulous products that you need to keep your skin aglow in the coming year. And with everything going on, it's very essential. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome Betsy Miller to Make Our World Your Runway. Hello there, Miss Betsy.
Hello, Miss Angela. I'm so happy to be back with you again.
Yes, absolutely. And like I said, it's a new day, new you, new year. So we're going to give you the floor because I want to talk about all the fabulous face products that you have, body products, hair care products, which are absolutely amazing because I have tried them. And let's tell our viewers and listeners why it's so essential to take care of your face, take care of your body, and what it does for that inner glow.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm Betsy Miller. I'm a brand ambassador for Rodan & Fields. I've been a brand ambassador for almost 3 years next month. And I absolutely love these products. I love what the company stands for. And I just love to be able to share these products, the opportunity, everything with everyone. I love Judith Barnes. I used to do wedding fashion shows on Cape Cod when I was younger. And
Wow.
my biggest claim to fame was modeling for Priscilla of Boston. And I'll tell you, what an honor that was. And man, those dresses were gorgeous. So congratulations to you and to Judith for just sticking it out and keeping with it and making a difference in people's lives through fashion. I love it.
Exactly. And you know, it's funny you should say that. Priscilla of Boston was very, very big in the bridal world. Okay. And when I got my first wedding gown, it was a decision between Fink, who was another big bridal gown designer, George Fink, and also Priscilla of Boston. And if anybody modeled for her, that definitely was an honor because she was one of the biggest. Okay.
Yes.
In fact, I think some of her designs are still around. So if you did that, hats off to you. That was a great start.
Yeah, it was actually the last show she did before she retired. So it was really, really cool. And it was an intimate setting at a golf course venue on Cape Cod. And it was amazing. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time doing it.
There you go. But let's talk about your fabulous products because, you know, it's just so essential for women to have great skin, also to keep the body in shape, and especially today with the environment, we need to take care of our hair as well too. So let's start with some of the great skincare products that you have because we know it's amazing.
Oh my gosh. It's actually the #1 premium skincare brand in North America. And yes, it is so important for women, especially because whether you're a mom or you're running a business and you've focused all your attention on your career, most likely you are the heart and soul of everything that's going around you. And if you don't take care of yourself, it's really difficult to take care of everybody around you and everything around you.
Exactly.
When you have the confidence to put your best face forward and your hair looks on point, I mean, you know how it feels when you put that custom gown on and your hair's done and your skin looks flawless, your makeup's great. The confidence is like beyond the universe. You know, it's very important. So when I was looking for good products that would actually give me results, my best friend reached out and said, "Hey, I have these new products that I just started this business with. Why don't you try them?" And I had never heard of Rodan & Fields before. So I tried the eye creams and loved it so much. I had big bags under my eyes, dark circles, the crow's feet, the whole nine. And what a difference they made in my skin and I got immediate results. So I eventually switched over my cleanser, my toner, my moisturizer. And like I said, almost 3 years ago, I became a brand ambassador because why not share such a great thing? You know, it's a women's empowerment company, and you know, why not?
Exactly. It's a women empowerment company. And it's so funny that you should say something like that because, you know, MAC Cosmetics basically was just all about cosmetics. But all of a sudden, they're starting to come out with skincare. Not a lot, but a little bit here, a little bit there. And they started with with just a serum. So when I walked into the MAC counter the other day to buy my blush and my lipstick, one of the girls who knows me there very well, she said, "We know you've been in the industry a long time." She said, "Would you mind doing some consulting for a couple of minutes?" I said, "Shoot, go ahead." Well, they had a client there that was asking all about this particular serum. And she said, "Well, I guess that's all I have to use." I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "That's the fallacy." I said, "that most women think." I said, when you use a serum, remember, that serum is great. It's targeted for certain areas, especially if it's got copper peptide in there. It's going to tighten and it's going to target. But don't think that you still don't have to use a moisturizer, because you do. I said, now, when you're using a serum and a moisturizer together, just think of the fabulous results you're going to get. One is going to target those hard areas that you're trying to get to, but the moisturizer is so important, because that's like setting your face. When you go to put your foundation on and your skin now is even toned, just like you said, it's going to look so much better. So, what you're saying is 100% correct, because, and what's so good about these beauty tips is because there are so many women out there that they're not in the know. And a lot of people are uneducated about what skincare is going to do. Right. And I always tell people, look, we got 27 layers of skin. If you get an injection, yeah, that's going to penetrate. But why want to even go that route? If you know about good skincare products and take care of your skin, you don't have to go with the injection route. Right. And the products that you have do just that.
Absolutely. It takes about 24 to 48 days as you age for your skin to turn over those cells. And when you're using high quality products, that process happens a lot faster. So your dull skin is going to be sloughed away for that nice, bright skin to shine through. And it's funny that you said that about the serum. I was talking to another consultant this morning, and one of her customers said, I've just been using the serum and I really can't I can't take pictures without filters. And I've been using the serum for over a year. And she said, you're basically on a diet plan and you're only chewing the weight loss gum thinking, why haven't I seen results? You're not using a cleanser, a toner, a moisturizer. A lot of people get hung up on all the steps and this and everything. But, think about the steps when you're preparing a meal. You have to buy the food, cut the food, cook the food, then eat the food. It's the same thing.
Exactly.
And you do that because why? You like to eat great food. You like to take care of yourself. So it's the same thing with a skincare regimen. You need a cleanser, you need a toner, you need a moisturizer, you need a serum, and you need eye cream.
Exactly.
And it doesn't take long at all. It takes me about 3 minutes to do my AM routine and my PM routine, So yeah, I love how Rodan & Fields has everything packaged in, so you don't even have to think about it. You wash, you tone, you moisturize, serum, eye cream, done, you're done,
Exactly. And that's what I used to call, and I used to tell my clients this, it's like starting out with that basic black dress. You start out with the basics and build up. Once you get your skin to really where you want, if you want to throw something else in, you want to try a different product, and you're right about the cells turning over. And women, whether they're going through the monthly regimen or you're going through menopause, skin is going to change. It's like hair. I was arguing that point with my mother the other day. Well, it takes me longer to do my hair. I said, wait a minute. I said, how old are you? 92? You think your hair at 92 is going to be like it was when you were 18? Forget it. I said, hair changes. The texture changes. I said, okay, you're lucky that at your age, you still got a head of hair. You don't even have to put hair pieces in or wear a wig. I said, but how many people don't have that, okay? Their hair starts getting thin or they're losing it thin. I said, so be thankful you still have a head of hair. And you don't have to, other than coloring it, you don't have to do anything with it. But people don't realize. And you know what? In this world, or in this industry, I should say, they think, oh, this is just for women. No, there's a fallacy. Men go through the same thing, okay? Yes. And people say to me, well, why does your husband at 71 don't look it? I said, well, there's 2 reasons. First of all, he shaves every day. And when you shave, you're exfoliating the skin. Yep. So you're getting all the dead skin cells off. Then he goes to use his moisturizer or his skin bracer. There you go. Plus, he's oily skin. And oily skin, even though you have to control it, it tends not to show lines and wrinkles. I get so mad at him. I said, I'm dry as a bone. I said, all you got to do is get up and that skin is always plump. But as he's gotten older, the oils have controlled because the body is changing. It's not like when you were young, now your body's starting to lose its elasticity. And that's why it's very essential when you're using good skincare, I always tell women, drink a lot of water during the day. And they look at me,
That's
why?
right.
I said, because believe it or not, if you drink a lot of water, it replenishes the moisture in your skin. Now, if you're using the products like a Rodan and Fields, well, you got a double whammy. Okay?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It,
Your scalp ages 12 times faster than your skin on your face.
it does.
But how many people put skincare on their scalp? Zero until now.
Exactly.
You know?
Zero. And they've come up with so many things. That shampoo you gave me, okay, the sample to try, when I got out of the shower, all I was doing was this. I couldn't believe the body I had. I said, wait a minute. I said, did I just grow? And I have thick hair, as you can tell. I said, did I just grow more hair? I said, this was unbelievable. Unbelievable. So let's talk a little bit about that, because you've got an array of hair care products that are absolutely spectacular.
Yes. And these hair care products were just launched in October. And the doctor's philosophy with these hair care products came from their philosophy with the skincare. You know, the right ingredients in the right order, giving you absolutely the best results. And I have no doubt that our hair care is going to be number one. I mean, Harper's Bazaar is already talking about it. Pop Sugar is already talking about it. Hairdressers, the A-list hair stylist that we partnered with is Bridget Brager. So, you know, when she was at the AMAs, I think a couple of weeks ago, there were several celebrities who were she used the products on their hair, and it's amazing. Okay. So I will start with literally one of my favorites, which is the dry shampoo. This product, it doesn't have any benzene in it, no butane. So it was one of the only ones that was not recalled. You might want to remember back a couple of months ago that all the shampoos were recalled, not Rodan and Fields. This thing gives so much volume. You just spray it on like that, and literally, like, look at the difference just right there from right here.
Exactly.
You know, and so this is going to absorb oil. It's going to boost volume. When in the clinical studies, it boosted volume 230%. 230%. You want to use this on clean hair. The whole philosophy behind all these is scalp. So this is going to replenish, nourish, refresh your scalp. It smells delicious. It's very lightweight. It does not have a heavy smell to it. We don't have samples of this, obviously, but we do have a 60-day money-back guarantee. If you want a dry shampoo, that is the dry shampoo to go to. This is 3-day-old hair. I never would be able to go as long as I've been able to go without washing my hair before I used Rodan and Fields. And I used salon quality products. You know, I mean, I used to be a hairdresser. I didn't buy the stuff at, you know, the grocery store. So I've been using both the volume and the smooth, because I do have curly hair that can sometimes get frizzy, but my hair feels like, this is what my hair looks and feels like when I come out of the salon. Yeah,
it looks like silk.
Yeah. And it feels that way too. So that is the result of the defrizz and oil.
The defrizz and oil is great.
Oh yeah. And you just need a little bit. So a lot of people have been using this as a finishing product, and as like before they put it on their roots before they get into the shower, and then just to nourish and, you know, replenish the vitamins and whatever for your scalp, and then you just rinse it off. But you can use this, like I use a little bitty drop, tiny bitty drop. I rub it around in my hands, and then I just go through my hair, and it's very lightweight. So, and it smells delish. It smells so clean, but it's very lightweight. So literally you could do this throughout the day, and I need one drop, and I have a lot of hair. My hair is not only long, but it's very thick.
It's very thick. Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, it's just amazing. It is truly amazing. Okay. So the smooth regimen, this is for curly hair. And I want to show you this because I've been using this on and off. I've been switching between the volume and the smooth. You see where that line is? This is the conditioner. Yes. That's the shampoo. It's literally the same. That never happens to me. I always run out of shampoo before I run out of conditioner.
That sounds familiar. Yes.
And I've been using this since October, like I said, on and off. So look where that is. October. That's 2 months of use. This thing's going to last me like an eternity.
Wow.
Yeah. So the smooth is for people who have curly hair or frizzy hair. And then the defrizzing oil is a great finishing product. You can buy all of them together. They do come as a regimen, or you can buy them separately. Like if you don't, some people have the volume shampoo and conditioner, and they buy this because they like the way that it feels on their hair. What I've been using, the other one I've been using is the volume. And look, the same thing, like this is harder to see, but the level is here on both of these bottles. It's
yes, I can see it.
I love it. So I use 2 pumps, once to wash my hair, and then I rinse, and then I wash again. So I use 2 pumps of the shampoo each time I wash my hair for this amount of hair. Like it feels clean. My scalp feels clean. It feels fresh. My hair feels light and airy. I love it. This densifying treatment comes with the volume. So this is actually, it's packed full of vitamins. You put this on your scalp. I have a couple of little baby hairs that are growing in there that weren't there prior. Now this doesn't claim to grow your hair, but it is.
It adds that measurable thickness. Yep.
I mean, I'm telling you. So yeah, all of these are lightweight. I have a customer who actually uses the smooth conditioner as a leave-in conditioner. It's so lightweight. She's got very curly hair, and she loves how she can just leave that in as a daily treatment, and it doesn't weigh her hair down. But speaking of curly hair, if you have curly hair, you've got to try this Curl Define Cream. I have samples of this for anyone who's interested. I have samples of all of this, but the dry shampoo. So anybody who's interested, reach out. If you have a salon and you want to carry this, your customers will be so happy. This curl cream, it has a very fresh, light coconut scent, but it's so lightweight. But it also, so it helps with curliness to define your curl, but it also is for a heat protectant. When you use these guys together, you have the most incredible blowout products, I think, on the market. Like, hands down, the best products that I've ever put on my hair. There was someone from Pop Sugar who did a review of the products. And she said she gets her hair done a lot. And she said these are hands down the best products she's ever used on her hair.
Which is good. And you know what I found with that shampoo? Because when you have short hair like mine, and sometimes the way they cut it to get that volume in there, it definitely helped with frizz. I noticed I didn't have any frizz, okay? And what was great about it is because, and my husband had studied before he went into he went into the telecommunications industry. He actually studied hair care, okay? He was on his way to becoming a stylist. And he always said, the less heat you put on your hair, okay, the better, because you don't want to dry it out. And I found with these products here, I didn't have any frizz, okay? I just went like this, and all of a sudden I had volume. So that shampoo is absolutely fantastic. And normally I never like to use conditioners for the simple fact is because my hair was thick, okay, it would just weigh it down, okay? But I found with this conditioner, it's a leave-in conditioner. It's light, that it gives body. It doesn't weigh the hair down.
No. All of these are so, that was what I was really surprised. I was very excited when they announced that they were doing hair care, because Rodan and Fields has been approached to do hair care for a very long time because, you know, I mean, where does your hair grow from? Your scalp. Your scalp is skin. These are dermatologists. They know skin. You know, again, they have the #1 skincare regimen in North America. It's the #1 skincare company in North America. And so they know skin. So they took that whole philosophy root to tip. And now you have the skincare for your scalp. So it's basically hair care with a skincare philosophy type. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased, and I'm glad that they kept in mind, you know, nobody wants to feel like they have stuff on their hair. The same thing with their skin. You know, you don't want to feel when you put foundation and blush and, you know, your whole face, you don't want to feel like you have so much on face, you know, and that's what I love about like our Radiant Defense, which is a tinted moisturizer. It's available in 10 shades, so you can contour. So all over, I have beige all over, but then right here, I used almond, which is a little bit of the darker shades. but my skin does not break out, mainly because I'm washing, toning, and moisturizing, but also because I'm using products that don't break out my skin. It's skincare disguised as
Exactly.
makeup.
And I'm so glad you said that, because there were so many women that, all right, they do today with makeup, they do a lot of airbrushing, especially for television, which looks fantastic. But I used to get women that used to come into the counter. And even today, I do see that if I'm just walking around, that the makeup looks so caked on. And the reason being is because they're not taking care of their skin. Okay. They take that makeup off, or they sleep with that makeup on. I think they could just, you cannot, I mean, unless you're on a 36-hour flight, and there's still things you can do with that. But the whole thing is that if you don't really take care of that skin, no matter how much makeup you pile on, yeah, makeup does work wonders. It can hide, but it's only going to hide so much. And then after a while, but you could wear the heaviest of foundation, especially if you're around lights, okay, if you're in the studio. But if that skin is so well taken care of, you're not going to feel it on your face. You're not going to look like you have anything on, okay? I mean, there's times I have long eyelashes, but there's times I'll put false eyelashes on. But why? Because people don't realize there's products for lashes that can actually moisturize and help your lashes, that if you do something like that, you're not going to feel that as well too. So there's so many products out there that are willing to help. I used to tell a lot of women, look, at night, if you're relaxing, if you don't have time during the day because you're working or you have kids or you're in school, but if you're just watching television at night, put the mask on. Sit there for 15, 20 minutes. Let it soak in your skin. Wash it off. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Okay. They even have overnight masks, which I used to tell a lot of women. You don't have time? Use that mild overnight mask. Okay. You'll get up in the morning. Your skin will look refreshed. You're ready to go. And you know, you said something about selfies. When skin is in good condition, you can take a selfie. I had a facial going back about 2 years ago. And of course, I had to go in there with no makeup on. When I came out, I took a selfie. I couldn't believe it was me, because now the skin was so plumped up. So you're totally 100% correct on everything that you've said.
Yeah, and you know, like you said, when you're using good products, that skin, it shines through. Even if you have the heaviest of makeup on, your good skin is going to shine through. And you're right. Selfies. In this business, we take a lot of selfies. I don't ever use filters, mainly because I think that's a bunch of baloney. If you're in skincare, you shouldn't use selfies. But I don't have to wear a lot of makeup unless I want to, because my skin is in such good condition. I'm going to be 48 at the end of this month, and my skin is in the better condition than it was when I was in my 20s or even in my teens. And I was deliberately taking care of my skin then too. But when you have a company that not only gives you great products, but also the ability to build a business from sharing what you're using, I mean, it's incredible. These products used to be sold in Nordstrom. You'd only be able to get them at the
I remember that.
You know, Estee Lauder owned Rodan & Fields, but then in 2007, our doctors saw an opportunity for them to empower other women to be entrepreneurial just like they were. They were raising families and making a business, and they wanted to be able to give that to other women. So they created the Rodan & Fields direct sales business model. And, you know, we just celebrated 15 years of sharing, because a lot of people say, oh, I'm not a salesperson. You don't have to be. You just have to want to share great products with your friends, family, and friends of your family, and they'll get the best results. They'll build a business. It is the smartest thing ever. You know, I was in the grocery store the other day, and I had to get eggs. I was shocked when I saw, and I know that the prices are different, but here in North Carolina, an 18-pack of eggs is almost $7.
Same thing in Florida.
Yeah, and so I thought about that. I said to my husband, somebody working a minimum wage job has to work almost either 30 minutes. I don't even know what minimum wage is anymore. I think it's $15. But they have to work. Half their hour goes to 18 eggs.
I know.
Oh, my God. And when there's, and who has time to get a full-time job, a part-time job, and spend time with your kids, spend time with your spouse, make sure
Right.
you're taken care of, you know? That's really
Exactly.
the beauty.
Exactly. And what you're saying is true, because especially with actual retail doors, and Rodan and Fields are smart. Okay. In the retail doors, okay, today, a lot of major doors are even closing. And if you go into cosmetics today, like Sephora and MAC, they're basically pulling out of the big retail doors and having their own stores. Okay. And Sephora was never all about people at the counter. They had these kiosks that you could buy different products for. Okay. And they still, if you go into the Sephora store, they sell everything. All right. They still have people there. But as you just said, you made a very important point. Many years ago, when I started in the business, we had to be so very well trained. You couldn't even go out on the floor unless you had that 6 to 8 week training. And then you had to have someone stay with you while you're on the floor. Today, they're just regular salespeople. Okay. And some of them have the knowledge, some of them don't, because the training today is different. Okay. And with Rodan and Fields now, with stores that are closing up, at least you've got somebody. It's almost like having a personalized beauty consultant that's telling you what to do, and that's looking out for your best interest, whether it's your skin, the body care, the hair care. You're not getting that in the retail doors today. I go in and out, especially on the cosmetic end. It's a free-for-all, okay?
Yes.
It's a free-for-all. So this is something that's very important. And you're right, they came under the Estee Lauder banner. So did Prescriptives years ago. Prescriptives was under the Estee Lauder banner, and they were the big skincare company for Estee Lauder, but you can't even find them anymore, and Rodan and Fields is still there.
Absolutely. So, this company is not going anywhere. I mean, really, the doctor's mission is to be #1 globally. Like they did, they were the doctors that created Proactive, and they took that to a global status. They were #1 all over the place. They plan on doing the same thing with Rodan and Fields, and you can see that. You can see that they are really I met them in October, and they are just the most humble women. I call them the most humble billionaires I know, but they are just the most humble women and best friends, and they want others to be successful. They want to create a product that you can be proud of, to represent, use, and share with your friends and family. And I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. Everybody needs an extra set of an extra income these days, because things are too expensive.
Everybody.
And there's not enough time in the day. And truthfully, you know, I meet with you on Fridays, but when I'm working this business and I'm sharing these products, that's, you know, in and out my day. You know, it takes me about 5 minutes after I've had a conversation with someone, probably about 10 to 15 minutes from start to finish, for them to get their products, because I do want to have a conversation with them. I want to make sure they're getting products.
Exactly. Now, I know you've got some body care products, so definitely let us know what you have there as well, too.
Right. So we have a product called MD Paste. It's short for microdermabrasion paste. And this sugar and salt-based exfoliating paste basically just sloughs away dull skin cells, so that your fresh, new skin cells can come through. You top that with our Active Hydration Body Replenish, which has glycerin and hyaluronic acid in it. Man, oh man, are you going to be shiny? And shiny in a good way. Your skin is going to feel and look nourished and moisturized and hydrated. And then most importantly, it's going to feel like silk. It is absolutely going to feel like silk. And you're putting the best products on your skin.
Yeah, and you know, that's very true. Because when I get a pedicure, and they'll use a microdermabrasion on my skin, okay, on my feet. Oh my God, I swear like I've got new feet. Okay.
Yes.
It's amazing. And then she'll put like this, she'll put this cream on that's loaded with vitamins. I go home, I go, Ma, I got new feet. I said, look at this, because it's absolutely amazing. And then the way they massage it and tighten up the skin. So you are 100% correct about that. But when we see you in March and, you know, you're at this event, definitely bring some samples. I'm definitely working on something so that you and I might have a chance to speak at this. But I'll have a lot of my girls there. There's a lot of women that come to this event. So I think this is going to be key for you as well, because it's also International Women's Month. All right. And this is definitely going to be something that is going to be amazing. And I think the two of us can work this and really get some people interested, because again, all it is just basically getting people together, giving them a little bit of an education, and letting them know that, hey, once you do this, and as you keep doing it and you get your skin in good condition, it's like anything else. It's an investment. If you want to invest in yourself, okay, and the more you do, the better things are going to become. And you're right. It could turn into a business for a lot of people out there. So, this was absolutely fabulous. We've got to find, you and I have to find other ways to really get this word out there. And I've always got my thinking cap on. So, and you look amazing today.
We need to, you and I need to do a collaborating Zoom together.
Yes, we need to do an invite. And that's a great idea. Maybe invite some women, invite some of my girls, do a Zoom and do a demonstration. And maybe while you're here in March, we could definitely do a demonstration. That would be absolutely fantastic.
I'll be down. Yeah, I'll be down there for, I think about a week. So, because I'm visiting my dad too. So I will be in the area. And on January 24th, well, this will air next week, right? So
this will air next week. Yes.
Okay, so January 24th, Rodan & Fields is doing a corporate Discover Rodan & Fields Zoom. You can be a fly on the wall. I will give you the link so that you can post it when you post this. Right. But it's a great way for you to see what Rodan & Fields is all about. Because a lot of people think that because it's direct sales, that you have to have inventory or you have to sell this much or make this much or whatever. Rodan & Fields, when they sat down to figure out how they could work for other women, they took all of the things that people didn't like about this kind of business and they took it away. No inventory, no parties, no minimums. You just have to share the products. But then again, some people don't. They just become consultants because we get a killer discount. So the opportunity is here for anyone who wants more out of life. Great skincare, great hair care, community, sisterhood, and wants to empower other women.
Exactly. Yeah, empower other women. That's the big thing today. Empower other women. But anyway, my dear, this was a great session. I enjoyed every minute of it. We'll continually have you back on the show to give beauty tips. And time there's anything new, you always have an open door to make our world your runway. So to all my listeners out there, I hope you enjoyed this, because this is absolutely fantastic. Okay, you're going to see more of Betsy, because we are now adding beauty tips to our show. So I want to say thank you so much. Have a great weekend. And with you and I, this is not going to be the end. This is definitely the beginning.
Right. Thank you so much.
So anyway, my dear.
You can find me on
Instagram. Let people know where we can find you.
Yes.
Exactly.
Skin.
That's right. And as we said, new you, new day, new year. Exactly. So anyway, thank you so much, Betsy. Have a great weekend, and we will see you again.
Yes. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye now. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, another fantastic show. And this time we gave a little more attention to beauty tips, which is something we are adding to our show. So thank you for tuning in to Make Our World Your Runway. And as always, stay tuned, because next week we will have another fabulous and fantastic guest. Have a great weekend. See you soon.